This is a Securely Device Console quick start video. We're going to look at how to start a class session in the Securely Device Console and how to push websites to the student Chromebooks, and also how to lock them on a particular website and how to block a list of websites from their Chromebooks. We'll look at how you set up the links that you're going to use in doing those things, and maybe we'll look at a few other capabilities. So to get there, you go to securely.com and then hover over Login and click Device Console. And then you click Sign in with Google. So you could bookmark this page, right? So you can go right to it. The way you sign in is just click Sign in with Google and it logs you in. This takes you to the Teacher Tools screen, but my classes aren't here yet in this drop down because we have to go to the right location. That's this drop down right here, and choose the one that says high school. So once I do that, now my classes are in the drop down. I'm going to stay with this one that's test class. It's just got fake students in it. And I can start the class. Now I want to mention you can also leave Teacher Tools and go to Classes, and then Canvas Classes tab, and then click over here for the particular class you want, way over in this scheduled column, and then Class Details tab. It lets you schedule a class to start automatically. And I'm not going to do that right now, but that's how you would do it. Just be aware, even if we don't have school that day, if it's scheduled to start, it will start. And if it's scheduled to automatically enforce a block list, then that will happen as well, even if we don't have school. So be aware of that. I'm going to go back to Teacher Tools and just start this class manually. So it's already chosen from the selection box, the class I want. The next step they have here is deselect any students who are absent. So let's say he's absent, and then click the Start Class button, put in the length of time for the class. And at this point, I have this drop down to enforce a block list. I can say none, or I can choose, let's say, my movie block list that I've already set up, and it will enforce that list. There are also some other options here. So I click Start, and now that class is going on. I have the views down here. If these were real students with real Chromebooks, this would show me a little view of their Chromebook, and I could click on those an individual Chromebook to see more detail and to do more individual type things. And you can see all that with your classes when you try this out. There's another view which I would give a list of tabs I think that they have open. Again, if these were real Chromebooks. So we won't see that part in the quick start. We don't really want to talk about it a lot anyway. Let's look at some of the things you can do. Screen lock. That button lets you lock their screens so they can't do anything on their Chromebook. And then when you're ready to let them use their Chromebook again, you would click release. Okay, so screen lock, say yes, and click screen lock. Now they're locked, but then I can release them. Do you want to release all devices? Site lock. Do you want it to apply all devices? Yes. These are web links I've previously set up. So let's say I want to lock them into Canvas so they can't go to other websites and cheat on a quiz. So I click Canvas. I leave this allow entire site checked because I want them to be able to navigate all throughout the Canvas website, but just be locked on Canvas and not be able to go to other websites. And then I click Site Lock, and now they are locked into Canvas. It says operation completed. If you use that, make sure you do not set that quiz up to use the lockdown browser. Okay, set it up so it does not use the lockdown browser, and then you will lock them in this way. If it's using the lockdown browser and you also try to do this, then it won't work. So that's SiteLock. Again, I can release them. Do you want to apply release to all devices? Yes. Push URL is similar, but it does not lock them on that website. It just pushes it to their Chromebook. And you have this announce where you can send an announcement to their Chromebook. You have share screen where you can share your screen with all the Chromebooks in the class. So that's a quick look at what you can do. Now we need to see, how do you set up that list of web links that you use to send to their screen. And it's kind of hidden up here in the organization dropdown. You have to click that and click web links. And these are the web links I've already set up. To create one, let's say, well, first let's see how to delete one, because I'm gonna delete this one just so I can create it again. So check that, click delete, it's now gone. So to create one, you just click create, and you're going to put the URL in here, but instead of typing it, it's easier to just go to that website and copy it and then paste it in. So delete the helpful part that they pre-populated for you, because when you paste it in, it's going to take care of all that. So paste it in, give it a name, and save. So that adds it to my list of web links. And those are then going to be available to push to their Chromebooks to lock them into, and so on. The other tab here is block lists. And so I can create another block list with the create button. I can also choose one of these and I can add things to it. So this is some that I've already put in there. Let's say I want to add my Cool Math Games to this block list. So just copy that URL, paste it in here, save, and now Cool Math Games has been added to this block list. I can navigate back to all the block lists like this. There they are. And again, those will be available to enforce. I can enforce any one of those block lists when I start the class session. So let's go back to Teacher Tools. My class session is still going on. It will automatically stop at when the time runs out, but we can stop it early if we want to. So let's go ahead and click Stop Class. And that's a quick look at the basics. And there's more detail in the longer video that's called Introduction. And let me know if you have any questions.